video is especially for my 30-something daters out there. I've worked with and connected with so many who feel like they're somehow behind in their dating life. Maybe you see other friends getting engaged, married, having babies, and they make it look so easy, but you're still going on first dates that are frustrating. Here are 3 tips for daters who feel behind. Number 1 is to get clear on what you want. And it can no longer be that they're hot. There are qualities that you are drawn to, and typically I give people 4 non-negotiables that they get to pick, and they are qualities that make the person's personality. Maybe they're funny, maybe they're kind, maybe they're ambitious, but focus on those non-negotiables and start giving people chances when they have them.
Gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. It seems that our editor has dropped on us another compilation, and oh man, we're already starting off pretty crappy with the life coach and her advice. I wonder what other things she has to talk about. Maybe there's something that we can glean from it. Either way, this one is a compilation of dating over 30. Let's get into it.
Kind of goes into number 2. Stop discounting people. Avoid the ick. Sometimes people show up on the first date and they are weird and awkward because first dates can be weird and awkward. Give them a shot, because I've seen so many times where people end up falling in love with people that they did not initially have that chemistry with. And number 3, have fun.
Yeah, sometimes you don't put across your best foot forward, and that happens at times. It's like anything in the professional world, in your personal life, stuff happens. Try not to be too judgmental, I guess, but it doesn't stop women from giving you the shutdown as it happens.
If you are not having fun, it is time to take a break and go hang out with your friends. Your energy is going to attract people, and you want that energy to attract the right people. Take breaks when you need to and focus on yourself during those times, and then get back out there with some hope. Follow for more tips and advice.
Yeah, that was boring. Okay, let's see what this one has to say.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am a little sad, believe it or not. I'm definitely feeling low today because I have once again been a victim of love bombing. And if you don't know what love bombing is, we're going to be discussing it in this video, and why, if you are dating, you should be wary of this type of behavior. So love bombing is essentially when you first meet someone, and before they've even gotten a chance to know you, they're already acting like you're just the greatest person on earth. You know, you're just the perfect person for them, and they're sending you all of these messages of affirmation. And of course, this is really good for your ego, and you're getting all excited. But I found that 99% of the time, this is a super big red flag.
Yeah, and it usually drops off after that honeymoon phase ends up going through its time. Women tend to do this a lot more than men, but there are men that do this, and it's kind of crazy. I apologize if I seem tired. I had a big lunch, and it's not helping.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a man telling you you're beautiful or expressing how interested they are in you, but at the very beginning, if they seem like they are immediately making you the center of their universe, that's really when it's time to take stock about what it is that they actually want from you, and 99% of the time, it's just sex. A lot of men, especially men that are just trying to have sex with as many women as possible, know how to get inside your head. They know what women want to hear, especially women in our 30s who, you know, they know what we're looking for. Which is frustrating as hell, because it's like, why don't you just go for women in their early 20s who have more time to hook up and fuck around? Like, why would you pursue women that are my age for this kind of nonsense? It's just, ugh, I hate it. And what this guy did was not unique. He was constantly messaging me and calling me, doing anything he can to get me to come over to his house. Note that he didn't invite me out on a date. Most love bombers don't try that hard. They will do anything they can just to get you in their space so that they have control and that they have the greatest opportunity to get what they want. And I actually did.
Oh wait, I meant to pause there. Sometimes that's all that guys can get. They can only get girls that are in their 30s. If they're in their 30s or their 40s, you know, it takes a pretty high value man to be able to attract a younger woman when they get up there themselves. Again, most men do in their 30s, but anyways, let's keep on going.
relents, I did go over to his place and we hung out, and as I anticipated, he did make moves on me and stuff like that, but it didn't go anywhere. And I think he realized pretty early on that I wasn't going to be easy and that I wasn't just going to be some random hookup for him. So then, of course, what happens the following week, he starts treating me like a burden and making me feel bad about myself, because I'm like, well, what did I do? But I didn't do anything. This is all this guy and these games that men play. So I think the best rule of thumb.
Well, you blame him for being upset for not getting the good? Let's be real. Frankly, I don't think that's any way to act, to be honest, but for this woman to just be innocently like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, it is.
And what I'm going to take with me going forward is, if a guy shows me that kind of interest, I'm definitely going to expect him to take me out on a date or two, because if he really is that interested in me, why wouldn't he want to take me on a date, right? So just protect yourself from this kind of behavior, and also just remember your worth, and remember that men like this just aren't worth it.
Okay.
I think you're the one to talk. What's next?
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I seen this girl's TikTok, and she was like,
careful,
whenever somebody like pisses her off, and she like, you know, the normal person would block them, right? Whatever. I'm not saying she's not normal, but block. But she would delete the text thread, the picture, the name, and save it as a graveyard emoji. So basically, like, she had hellas in her phone. So she would get like a thrill whenever they would text her, because she was like, oh, somebody's thinking about me, and I don't give a fuck about them. I don't even know who it is. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna do that. And people been fucking up lately too, so look at mine.
I lied.
Oh man, that is so pathetic. But it's one thing, you know, women in their friends groups will talk and tell them to do things like this, very easily influenced by their peers. Scares me, but anyways. Not scares, sorry, that's not quite the right word, but kind of annoys me that that's what they're doing behind our backs.
And cheated in school and my jobs, and that's how I got hit. Exactly. You know how they try to trick you. They say, oh, cheaters never win, and losers never prosper. And cheaters never prosper, and don't lie, and karma. Everyone who is anyone that has something is a liar, a manipulator, a cheater, or whatever you want to call them. Okay? All the timid people who don't have much, they're the ones that are so honest and so humble and so this and so that. So that's why they are in the position that they're in, because they can't make it in this real world, okay, by telling the truth all the time.
Put a figure down.
Well, that was a crazy generalization, but I'm not surprised. I really don't have much else to say on that one.
If one time you were on Bumble and you decided to hang out with this guy who was a little bit creepy, but he was cute and he had a nice body, and you were kind of lonely and you wanted male attention, and then you were talking about hanging out and he thought it was going to be that day that you guys hung out, but you actually had to pick your friend.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really care. In all honesty, I really don't care about sausage fingers over here. I think I'm gonna get some stronger caffeine and start working on the next video, but hey, you know what? I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching this one. If you liked it, hit me with a like, helps the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell, because I'll have a new video for you every other day. Sometimes the next day if we're really popping off with the views. That just shows me, hey, you're really enjoying the content. I'm just gonna let you keep on watching. Alright. Anyways, thanks as always for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.